Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Just Bulldogs podcast. This week, Bulldogs are heading up to Queensland once again, this time taking on the Brisbane Broncos at Suncorp Stadium on Saturday afternoon at 3 p.m. Heading into this one as underdogs, Broncos paying $1.33 to the Bulldogs $3.30. So pretty good odds if you're trying to get on the Bulldogs in this one. Definitely think we're in with a chance to compete against this Broncos side. We'll go through the team list, quickly run through Brisbane. They have Reece Walsh at fullback, Selwyn Cobbo and Jesse Arthurs on the wings, Katoni Staggs and Dean Mariner in the centres, Ezra Mem at 5'8" with Adam Reynolds at halfback. Their front rowers, Corey Jensen and Payne Haas, with Billy Walters at dummy half, Kobe Hetherington and Jordan Ricky in the back row with Pat Carrigan at lock. Their bench, Blake Moser, Tyson Smoothie, Xavier Willison and Marty Tapau. And their extended, Corey Oates, Josiah Karapani, Tristan Saylor, Va'a Semu, and Brendan Piakura. Running through the Bulldogs team list, we have Connor Tracy at fullback, Jacob Kiraz and Blake Wilson on the wings, Bronson Cherry and our captain Stephen Crichton in the centres, Matt Burton at 5'8" with Toby Sexton at halfback, Josh Curran and Samuel Hughes up front with Reid Marnie at dummy half, Viliami Kickout and Jacob Preston in the back row with Kurt Mann at lock. Our bench, Bailey Hayward, Lipoi Hopboy, Curtis Warren and Harry Hayes. And the extended, Pawasa Famasili, Liam Knight, Hayes Perham, Gerald Skelton and Drew Hutchison. And the referee will be Grant Atkins. Very big game this week. Seems like they all are, especially in this run home. We've had some pretty big games the last few, and then, this one is definitely no different. Could be very impactful to the final top 8. If you look at our run home, we versus a lot of teams that are going to be fighting for top 8 positions. So this one especially no different against a team that has struggled the past few weeks, but on their day and now that their team is looking a bit more healthy, this Brisbane Broncos side is definitely a scary team to be going up against. They're sitting 11th on the ladder, but the team that they've got going on the field this week is definitely a very high caliber team. So we're definitely going to have to be on our game. Quick run through the way that the Broncos play. They're trying to spread the ball. They're trying to attack from every part of the field, especially Reece Walsh at the back. He's trying to score on just about every play. Every time he touches the ball, he's trying to make something happen. He'll try to get his outside men in open space on any part of the field. So definitely a very scary player to defend against. But I think the way that we defend inside out with everyone working for each other, I definitely think we could do a pretty good job on him. So though Reece Walsh is definitely a scary player to be going up against, I do like the way that our team defends going up against him. One of the biggest worries in this game for this Brisbane Broncos side is the return of their captain, Adam Reynolds. He's not going to do anything too crazy with the ball in hand attacking-wise. He's not really going to beat anyone. He probably won't run the ball a whole lot anyway, but his kicking game is definitely something that will put this Brisbane Broncos side on the front foot. He can really dominate the field position battle just with his kicking game alone. And then the Broncos have the forward pack to be able to dominate field position as well. So that's definitely going to be a very big part of this game, whether which team can get the upper hand. We can fight that as well, though, with our 5'8". Matt Burton has probably the biggest boot in the league between him and Mitch Moses. So I definitely think we can combat it, and Burton can keep us in it just with his kicking game as well. But it's in particular the opening 20-30 minutes, I think will be a very tough battle with Payne Haas and Corey Jensen leading the way for the Broncos side. Josh Curran and Sam Hughes can definitely match it with them, but if they can keep going, our bench is pretty light on. No big fellas on the bench. We've got the 3 forwards or 4 forward bench for Bailey Hayward, a bit of a smaller lock forward, and then Lipoi Hopboy, Curtis Morin, and Harry Hayes. So no real big bodies on the bench. Some good mobile throwers, but not a lot of size. And then our starters of Josh Curran and Sam Hughes. Sam Hughes offers some pretty good size, and Josh Curran definitely not a small player. But going up against the likes of your Payne Haas, Corey Jensen's, and especially off their bench, they've got Marty Tapau and Xavier Willison, the biggest runner in the comp. Definitely some big bodies around that middle of the field. And then you add in Pat Carrigan at lock as well. So definitely some good size for this Brisbane Broncos side. It's where we've struggled against some teams. It's the big, strong forward packs. We've struggled to be able to slow down. And without Max King, once again, it's definitely we're really going to need our middle forwards to really step up in this one. But with our bench of young fellas, Bailey Hayward, Lipboy Hopboy, Curtis Moran, and Harry Hayes, all Bulldogs juniors. Curtis Moran's played a few games prior to 2024, but the other three all debutants from this year. So really like that we've got some of our Bulldogs juniors coming up through the ranks. But yeah, really going to be a big game for those boys in this one. Coming up against a very strong Brisbane Broncos side, they're really going to have to, put their best foot forward in this one. Where we're going to have to try to target in this game. Defensively, the Broncos outside backs haven't been too spectacular this year. Katoni Staggs and Selwyn Cobbo haven't been great defensively, and then Dean Mariner and Jesse Arthurs are still young in their career, definitely not known for their defense. So definitely think there's potential for points to be scored out wide on both edges. So Bronson Cherry and Stephen Crichton could be in for some try scoring opportunities in this one. Definitely think going through the middle is going to be pretty tough. And the halves, Ezra Mam, good defensively, but he is a smaller body. So I believe he's on the left side of the field. So that could be Jacob Preston going over Ezra Mam. Preston, not quite the big body to be targeting him, but definitely can run a real good line. So I think Jacob Preston's a good chance to get over Ezra. And then Adam Reynolds is a good defender, but it looks like he's playing through injury. So I really hope we can get Kikau on him, at least get him making Adam Reynolds work defensively. So hopefully we can get Kikau going one-on-one at Adam Reynolds in this one. Middle of the field is definitely going to be pretty tough. So hopefully we can target attack around that 4 and 3 man, 3 and 2 man in. Get them real out wide. I definitely think that's where our best chance is to score points. A glance over our team list. If you're looking through the extended bench, a few old faces that haven't really been around the squad in a while. Liam Knight, Hayes Perriman, Drew Hutchison, alongside Pawasa and Gerald Skelton, who I've been extended a few times. I don't think it's very likely that any of those boys come into the side unless there are injuries or anything like that in the lead up. So I definitely think this is most likely the team that will run out on Saturday afternoon. So as I said, very excited about this bench getting on the field. All Bulldogs juniors that have made their way into the top grade this year. Bar Curtis Moran, but yeah, definitely still very young in his career. I believe still currently on a development contract. So yeah, good to see our Bulldogs juniors getting through the system. And yeah, no more injuries from the last week's game. So good to see our starting side all staying on the field, especially Critter and Viliama Kikau with their injury scares in the Cowboys game. But yeah, definitely in for a very tough game against this Broncos side. It's pretty important that we do come away with a win in this one. If we jump over to the ladder, we're currently on 24 points, sitting in 6th position. Broncos on 20 points in 11th. If we can come away with a win in this one, it puts us 6 competition points ahead of them. Broncos have a bye to come, but yeah, essentially 3 wins ahead would definitely make it very tough for the Broncos to get to the 8 if we can get the win in this one. But if we don't come away with a win, it'll put Broncos 1 win away from us with a bye to come as well. So pretty big game this week. We could knock the Broncos out of the finals race altogether, or we could put ourselves in a pretty tough position where we could potentially fall out in the coming weeks. We're definitely still safe at the moment. We can't fall out of the top 8 this week, I don't believe, bar something wild happening. But yeah, definitely very unlikely. I think it's very unlikely we drop out of the 8 this week. Knights have a bye, so they're in the mix, but yeah, not too close to us to cause us any problems. But yeah, definitely still need to be stacking wins, especially against the quality sides that are fighting for those top 8 positions. So definitely a very big week, this one, going up against a very strong side. But if our defense can hold up the way that it has, including last week, but yeah, all season, we just need our attack to start to click a little bit more consistently. Start getting our outside men a bit more involved. Our right side attackers started to spark a bit better, getting Stephen Crichton some pretty good opportunities with the ball. but our left there just has gone a bit quiet. Need Matt Burton to really get that attack and strike power back up and running. But yeah, that'll do for that. We'll get into some predictions. Definitely think Dogs will be coming away with a win in this one, in my opinion. I definitely think there's going to be some points scored up in Brisbane in a pretty fast track. But yeah, hopefully our defense can really hold up. Looking for the Bulldogs to come away with a win, 24 points to 18. So I definitely think it'll be close, but Bulldogs defense holds up strong and we can get some points on the board. Spotlight player in this one, a player that pretty consistently gets the spotlight put on him, our 5'8" Matt Burton. I think a lot of this is going to come down to field position, trying to slow down this Broncos forward pack and going up against their halfback Adam Reynolds, who's got a really good kicking game. I think we're really going to rely on Matt Burton's kicking game in this one to get the Broncos on the back foot and put our defense in the best position to keep the Broncos in their own end. And then we need that left side attack going as well. So yeah, hopefully Matt Burton can have a big game, get his kicking game rolling, put us in good position, and then get some points on the board, whether it's through its own running game that has been excelling very well the last few weeks, but hopefully he can get his outside men going as well. So definitely looking for Matt Burton to have a big game in this one. But that'll do for this one. If you want more content, make sure to check out at JustBulldogs on Instagram and Twitter. I'll be live updates on the Instagram stories on Saturday afternoon during the game, so make sure to check out that at JustBulldogs on Instagram if you want that. And then I'll put out some questions and some topics and stuff on the Twitter if you want to jump on there and yeah, get into the conversation. But yeah, that'll do for this one. I appreciate everyone for listening, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.